almost irretrievable scurvy retard.
You can now check out the Puke 'em Up podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, any format that carries podcasts.
What the fuck?
Hello everyone, this is Gruesome Herzog.
And Little Gru, and today we'll be reviewing Feral, a 2017 film.
Yes, that's an interesting film, huh?
Yes, very much.
It was quite, wasn't expecting that kind of a film, but here's the storylines. Students fight to survive a weekend in the woods. Remote woods. A house by itself. The closest people live 50 miles. Directed by Mark Young, written by Mark Young and Adam Frazier. Here's the cast. Scout Taylor-Compton as Alice. Olivia Luccardi as Jules. Lew Temple as Talbot, Renee Olstead as Brienne, Brock Kelly as Jesse, Landry Albright as Gina, George Finn as Matt, and the cast goes on. Before we get started, let's take a listen to the trailer.
How you doing, city girl?
Say nothing, country girl.
I'm really glad you came.
Me too. So how did you two meet anyway? At the rabbit hole. So what were you doing in that dump? Looking for cheap sex.
And I found it. It looks like you got attacked by a wild animal.
What if it comes back?
Somebody needs to hike back and get some help.
Nearest human beings 50 miles away.
Sun's setting. They will be back. They all will.
You don't understand what's coming.
You have no idea.
I'm scared. Me too.
I don't want to die.
It lies dormant in the daytime, but at night, the virus wakes.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet, but it's coming.
You gotta put a bullet in her head.
She's our friend. Our friend is about to rip us apart.
You should listen to me.
I don't trust you. Back off. Got this? I got this. Go.
They're gonna return, you're gonna die!
They're here.
Now, I want to make two notes. Scout Taylor-Compton, who played Alice, was in the Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween films. Then we got legendary Lew Temple as Talbot. He's the guy that owns he's the neighbor. Oh, I guess you can call it the neighbor. Because they were camping, he's in a, whatever. And he's from the Walking Dead series. He also was in a film that I reviewed back in 2011 called Silent Night, Zombie Night.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
He's a really cool guy. I met him at a film festival in Bethlehem, PA. He's a really nice guy. Let's get into it. Basically, the story goes here is these friends go into the remote woods to go camping. And before they even get themselves situated, one of their companions goes out, the typical, go out in the woods and take a piss. And he gets attacked. Now, these creatures, which, by the way, was performed by Mark Muashi and Levi Ashlin, they're like a borderline between a zombie and a crazy, right? And, and even the creature.
Could this get any worse?
So, basically, now, they're trying to find help. and they stumble across this cabin, which that would be Talbot, that's Lew Temple, and they told him that one of their friends got hurt.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
Well, they went back to find the body, and the body was gone. Now, obviously, that sounds like to me, by just saying that, if you guys haven't seen it, is they die and come back to life, like a zombie. But they're not a zombie. That's all right. I mean, they turn like one, but they don't act like one. They're more like remember the movie Descent?
Yeah.
The underground creatures? Yeah. That's what it kind of remind me of. Basically, it goes through a spiel, and it's the whole thing where it's now a fight for survival at this cabin. It's nothing special about it. It's just an entertaining film to figure out, what's going to happen.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
I don't know. I like the scene with one of them, I'll just call him a monster or a creature, whatever you call it, was on the dresser. It was your favorite scene too, when it was on the dresser and the girl was just sitting there.
Fuck.
I don't understand why the girl would just sit there and stare at it and just say, "Long Jesse." They said Jesse, and she just looked at it.
That's because
if I seen that thing, I would have jumped out the one right behind me.
Well, that's because that's the one that took a piss and got bit, and the body disappeared. Yeah, she kept saying, "Jesse." I mean, the guy's on his hunkers on the bureau. Jesse.
He looked like he was about ready to murder someone.
I mean, his face is like greenish blue color, so obviously it's not Jesse anymore.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
And of course, she gets bit. And then
she turns.
Well, the thing is, because it's their friend, and it still looks normal, is Talbot was telling them that you better shoot her in the head because she's going to turn. And of course, they think he's crazy, and then of course they shot him in the shoulder. And the Scout Taylor-Compton as Alice was his hard ass. You can tell that she's the guy of the group, except she's a girl. The hero type. Basically, what it boils down to is Talbot. Him and his family were living in this cabin. He wanted to get away from everybody. The closest person is 50 miles away. He just wanted to stay away from people. Apparently, though, his son got bit by something and turned into this creature. And then, of course, the son totally annihilated and mutilated his mother. So now he is by himself. So he's aware of this whole situation. So when the one was attacked, Talbot acted like that, it might have been a bear attack. I don't know. He's obviously hiding the whole situation. Now, here's what I don't understand about the film.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
You would think that he acted like that's his son, and basically he was trying to protect his son, correct?
Yeah.
In so many words. But yet this creature had no idea who he was anymore. Do you remember when he ran out of the house into the woods and those creatures were out there?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he run out to the woods, but the creatures never attacked him, but yet his son killed him in the cabin later on towards the end of the movie? I don't understand. Why would you run out of a house? Of course, then again, you're probably getting threatened by a gun, but I would sooner be shot by a gun and killed than getting bit by these people and come back as something else.
But then another weird part was how he was in the cabin and he was looking out the mirror, and then the creature came up behind him, and then he was like,
"Yeah, so hello,
about. Son," and then the creature bit his neck off.
Why wasn't he attacked before he was outside? Because the movie led us to believe that his son doesn't bother him. Why did the creatures come in the house at that point, but never came into the house before?
They don't remember because they don't have brains. Well, they do have brains, but you don't remember because they changed form.
I know, but it's a decent film. I mean, I didn't mind it at all, but the funny part about it is, at one time I was so into zombie films, but I'm at the point now where I'm just sick of them. You know, I have a bunch of them that I still have not yet to see. I just like to, you know what I mean? I just get tired of them.
What about that one character in the movie? What was his name? I forget what he was, but he was in the tent, and his girlfriend. He was really like mean with his girlfriend. And then she was like, "Can you please forgive me?" And he said, "I don't know." And he turned over, and she was like sitting there crying, asking him. I think it was Matt, but
Matt.
She was sitting there while she was crying, and she was asking him to hold him, and he didn't want to hold her. I like how the guy had the backstory with the guy when he chained up his son in the basement.
Yeah,
and then
right.
later on in the movie they found the basement. And they were like freaking out because he had like horse tranquilizers in there.
Right, because they're thinking that he's this rapist or whatever, and he had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had handcuffs, and he thought that they're like, oh man, maybe he's a rapist and he has him in the woods because there's blood on the seat.
Now the ending of this film, and it's typical because if you remember,
all horror movies don't end in a happy way.
They chained up one of their friends down in the basement to keep her from attacking them. And right at the end of the movie, the last scene you see is, there's still one left.
Could this get any worse?
You haven't seen worse yet.
Because chained up to the bed.
But
now would that person die eventually, or what?
But Jules had to kill herself, or was it Alice? One of them had to kill himself.
Yes.
Because she didn't want to turn into a zombie. So
the two lesbians,
herself.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Jules. Well, it was Jules, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
It was the girl that liked the other girl that was really bad.
I think it's Alice and Jules, yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it ended. I mean, all in all, what do you give this movie?
8 out of 10.
Do you?
Yeah, because the goriness, like the kills. Sometimes the kills. That's what gets me is the kills and the gory.
I would probably go a 7 for myself. I mean, it's above average. It's an alright film. I mean, it's a good cast, well shot, very well. It's an interesting storyline. The creatures I thought was unique and interesting. I shouldn't say unique because it's, I mean, you know what I mean.
I wish there was a backstory to the creatures, like how they first formed.
Yeah, I want to know how the feral disease even started.
And what do they call them? They just call them creatures? Because to me it seems like a zombie, like zombies.
Yeah, but zombies
they always come back.
Right, they come back to life like a zombie, but they're not a zombie because they're like a creature. You know what I mean?
They're like a zombie mixed with like a vampire. Because you know how a vampire
that
chews
and a
you
little
and
bit
then you
of
turn
the
into a vampire?
descendant type creature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember, they only come out at night. They sleep during the day.
So it's like a zombie vampire type thing, because the vampire bites you and you turn into a vampire.
Or a zombie bites you and you get infected and you turn to a zombie. Yeah. So it has that aspect of it. So again, folks, if you have not seen it, definitely check it out. Feral, 2017. Hey, you might like it. I mean, it's not bad. It's an interesting film, and I'll give a big shout out again to Lew Temple, a great guy. Played a character, Talbot. Scout Taylor-Compton, Alice. She's been known for the Rob Zombie Halloween movies and many more. So there you go, folks. Episode 10, Puke 'em Up Podcast. I will catch you guys later.
We're out.
Woo!